Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast, right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That guy over there, PGA of America member, Mr. Johnny the Gerbinator, Gerber. Welcome to your show, Johnny. How are you today?
Well, thank you. Things are good. A new week. Get past these last two garbage weeks, everybody. I can't apologize enough how bad it was. You guys just been roasting me on social media, which is, I understand. I get it. But if you're going to do that, I'm fine with it.
You have to be fine with it.
But when I do win, you got to be the same way. When I make y'all a bunch of money, which I always do, you got to give me the same accolades as y'all doing dog cussing me. How about that? It's got to be fair. Fair is fair.
Give him his props when he's right.
If
he's
we're
right
going
more
to
than
do
he's
that,
wrong. Yeah.
If we're going to do that, I'm cool with it. But good to see you, buddy. Two weeks in a row we had a show here.
Crazy, man.
Back-to-back weeks.
We go on these rolls and
I
we keep getting ranked in the top whatever podcasts in America for golf.
Yeah.
What was it? 22?
Now.
There you go. See, nationally.
20.
It just makes you wonder how bad all those other ones behind us really are.
No, they're not bad. They're great. We're just better. It's just the way it is. We're just better.
If you would like to reach out to us, you are welcome to comment in the live stream and under YouTube on the comment section. We would love to hear from you. If you are listening to the recorded podcast, we would also like to hear from you 24/7, night or day, wherever you are. 214-937-0569. Put it in your phone. FanStream Sports Studio text line, and we will reply to you if we use your comment, whether it's in the comment section or on the FanStream Sports Studio text line. If we use your comment in an episode, if it's really good, we'll send you out a hat. How about a FanStream Sports hat? Hey, likely we're not even wearing them, but how about that one right there?
That's right.
There you go. We got red, white, blue because we're America, and some other options coming along for you guys here as we expand our colors and our brand here with
hat and T-shirts.
And T-shirts with FanStream Sports Dallas, Tampa, Ohio, and potentially coming very soon to you people in South Florida.
South Florida.
You got to say it right. South Florida.
South Florida.
That's how they say it, like birthday.
I lived there forever, man.
I'm so sorry. Gross.
No, why? There's nothing. What are you talking about?
It's like living.
You haven't been down there since spring break of 81.
It was 84.
Oh, close enough. I was just kind of shooting.
I was in middle school. Wait, is Daytona's not considered South Florida, right?
No.
Fort Lauderdale?
No. Fort Lauderdale.
Okay, I was in Fort Lauderdale.
West Palm Beach South is considered South Florida.
All right, even though it's West Palm Beach, it's not South Palm Beach.
Well, you're in the South. I mean, that's the Rand McNally longitude and latitude lesson of the day. Anything south of West Palm or Palm Beach, just say Palm Beach.
I was going to say, if there's a West Palm Beach, is there an actual Palm Beach? Is there an East Palm Beach? Is there a North Palm Beach?
There is a Palm Beach. There's a Palm Beach Gardens.
Right, I'm familiar.
And there's a West Palm Beach.
All right. Well, you people down in y'all down in South Florida need to get your name straight and figure out what you're doing with your geography down there.
And as we always say, you get so much here on From the Rough. Now you just got a geography lesson for your Wednesday.
You did. Welcome to Geography Lessons with Johnny and Tim.
And I'm sure there'll be some relationship advice coming up here pretty soon on the show. There'll be some, I don't know. I heard y'all talking on the JP show about the IndyCars this weekend. Big weekend in sports. I'm going to be traveling this weekend, but going back to Columbus to see Jerome and Nancy this week, and we'll be covering Memorial next week. Mm-hmm. So busy week. I keep forgetting it is Memorial weekend, isn't it?
Memorial Day weekend is this weekend, and wherever you are, Johnny, I hope to God by Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Time, you are in front of a TV to watch the 109th running of the Indy 500, because this one's going to be we've already made history in qualifying. We just made history this morning, very dubious history for the Indy 500. And it's going to be one for the ages, I'm predicting. I will give my Indy 500 predictions and preview on Friday on the JP Peterson Show for all of you that are interested. We've been having a bunch of people asking me about it during the week here, and I
really
thought I'd give it. I'd give it till the JP Peterson Show on Friday, a couple of days before the race, when I've got a little more. Kind of like you with your golf picks. I like to get closer to the race and see how these guys are running, see how they're trimming out the cars, because we got a bunch of new front runners here. As not to get into too much IndyCar politics, but the most dominant team in the history of IndyCar racing, Team Penske, two of their three cars will be starting at the back of the field after some qualifying controversy, and they have fired the top two officials in the entire company, who's not named Roger Penske.
Where are they based out of?
Tim Cindric, the longtime president and chief principal at Team Penske, was fired this morning.
Wow.
Along with his cohort, I don't remember who the other guy was, but those guys have been with Team Penske forever. They're race statisticians. They are race strategists, principal members of the organization for 20 plus years, and they are out because of this attenuator controversy. You guys just listen to me on Friday and I will explain everything, but this is a historic Indy 500 for everyone involved. You've got a rookie on the pole for the first time since 1983 and just the second time since 1950. Had a guy who's never raced an oval before, never raced in Indy cars, on a brand new IndyCar team. This is their first year, and he won the freaking pole. Yeah.
Well, so that'd be like firing your caddy the day before the first round of the Masters, isn't it?
That would be like the caddy firing the golfer and having to go get another golfer.
Oh.
Like it's that. It's like that. It's crazy.
What's not to be so like off. What's the difference between IndyCar and Formula One?
What's the difference between PGA golf and live golf?
Okay. Are they different cars?
Oh, yes. They're not even close.
Okay.
They're not anywhere near the same cars.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they look the same because they're open wheel, but other than that, having four wheels that aren't covered and, fendered, they're nowhere near the same. Indy cars are much faster than Formula One cars. Formula One cars are quicker. They're built they don't race on ovals, so they're built for acceleration and deceleration and quick turns. Indy cars are built for top speed. So,
gotcha.
But yeah, it's a good question, and it's a highly technical answer. But other than that, if you want to look at it from a golf standpoint, it's the difference between the PGA Tour and live golf.
Okay.
They're kind of the same, but they're not at all the same, in a bunch of different ways. So, but
it's golf and racing, but completely different.
Yeah, exactly. We are not here to talk IndyCar. You would know it from the first 8 minutes of the show, but we are not here to talk IndyCar and Formula One and any other sport. Maybe a little bit of relationship and geography advice, but we are here to preview the second calendar PGA Tour event here in North Texas that we always affectionately refer to as the Colonial, because that's what it's always been. That's what it will always be, but we will refer to it for sponsorship reasons as the 2025 Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial, as that's not the official name, but that's what I will continue to refer to it as, because I got to throw the name Colonial in there somewhere.
And you're going to be out there this week.
I'm going to be out there this week. I'm also, by the way, breaking news, Johnny, there will be no Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim show tonight.
Oh.
I have to break that for everybody. Number one, Colby's busy at work. So I took that opportunity when he texted me today. Tim's going to the Stars game tonight.
Nice.
Tim's going to game one, Western Conference Finals, Edmonton and Dallas. As you just had the Eastern Conference Finals start last night with Florida blowing out Carolina, as everyone expected. But I'm going to my first Stars playoff game since the year 2001.
Okay.
So Colby said he couldn't make the show tonight, and I was like, man, I wonder if I can get in. So I made a couple of calls, didn't have to buy a ticket. And I will. Apparently, I'm allergic to hockey now. I will be up in the press box. I might even have locker room access after the game. I can't wait.
Nice.
But I'm going to be all misered up, though. There's no question.
Oh, yeah. Oh, why not? Why would you not get misered? You got to get misered.
I might even represent a different radio station tonight because I don't want to give FanStream Sports a bad name. I might have my ticket T-shirt on. Everybody thinks I work for the ticket over there. But anyway.
You go ahead and get those $22 beers.
Well, no, up in the press box, we got our own stuff. I don't have to pay for jack squat.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Because normally when you go to those things, I get a text about 11:30 at night. Hey, can you send me some money? Hey, it's me.
Hey, it's me. I'm drunk. Can you send me $400 to pay my bar tab?
Could you please sell me money for a cab or?
I don't know. Last night I went over here to our friendly neighborhood revel to celebrate my fake stepdaughter's 21st birthday. Thinking, man, and it was kind of spur of the moment because I forgot about it, and I actually had a lot of work I needed to do last night. And I'm driving there, I'm thinking, all right, man, I'm going to have like 3 drinks. I'll hug Emma, sing happy birthday, eat some cake, and then I'm headed home, right? And that was like at 6 o'clock.
We know how that turns out.
Johnny, I closed the place. They closed at 2.
Of course you did.
But you know what? Much to my surprise, I got my tab. And normally I can sit there and drink $200 in like 3 hours. Like it's
especially there.
They are extremely overpriced on their drinks. Are they overpoured too? Yep. But last night I got my tab after 6 hours. It was $46.
Wow. Somebody's sweet on you. And here's our relationship advice. We knew it was coming in the show. We knew we were going to get it. If you really want, we'll explain that. She must have been sweet on you.
She was cute too. I'd never had her as my waitress before. I usually order from the bar. Maybe that's the thing. Yeah. I got to stop ordering from the bar because I've dated most of the bartenders and most of them don't like me. So I'm thinking they're adding about 400% onto my tab at the end of the night and pocketing it.
Ding, 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 ding.
But this girl, I'd never had.
She doesn't know you yet. You haven't corrupted her yet.
The sweet, clean Becky. By the way, shout out to Becky, my waitress last night, who's not my type necessarily. She's about 5'2", 78 pounds.
Yeah, it's not
and
yours.
40 pounds of those were boobs.
No.
But not usually my body type, but she was cute. Like I wouldn't say no. And,
You never say no.
But she didn't offer. And then the lovely and talented Amanda was there. Becca was there. All the regulars. I don't know if I sent you pictures last night, Johnny. I don't think
you did. Yeah, of course you did.
Oh, did I?
drunk, and you don't remember. Of course you did. I got a bunch of pictures. I saw them all. I was like, "Who are you corrupting tonight?" And all
no, Amanda and Becca corrupt me. I am the sweet, clean angel when it comes to those two. Good Lord.
Whatever. We know better than that.
Jeez. But back to golf, if that's a thing here. Before we get into the Colonial, Johnny, you weren't on the recap show I did Monday.
Right.
And I don't know if you watched the recap show that I did Monday, but I spent about 10 minutes bashing the PGA Tour, bashing the PGA of America, bashing Quail Hollow, bashing all of the officials, and then, to a lesser extent, bashing
Scottie Scheffler.
As I tend to do. And I probably went a little overboard. I got very emotional about it, man. That tournament, to me, was darn near unwatchable, and it didn't have to be. I know they had some really bad weather, ton of rain, but you got to let these guys pick clean and place their balls under those conditions. Poor Shane Lowry looked like he was ready to quit golf for good.
That was the worst break maybe I've ever seen in sports.
When you hit a perfect shot into the fairway and it plugs an inch deep in the fairway and you don't let him pick it up?
No, it's not true. It's not what happened. If you do no, stop. If you hit a golf ball and it's plugged, here's the part. If you hit a golf ball and it plugs, you get free relief. You get free relief if it's in your own pitch mark. Right. Your own pitch mark. Right. He hit it in somebody else's pitch mark.
Right.
And you don't get relief. Like
Which
that's
is stupid.
That is brutal.
You should get divot relief too on the PGA Tour, I believe.
Well, you should. I agree. You should never be in a divot in the fairway.
Yeah.
Right. That's a rule that's poor.
Yep.
When it comes to that, that's one of the worst breaks in golf. But he hit it in somebody else's pitch mark.
Yeah.
I've never seen that ever.
No.
And
you have to get relief from that.
You would, yeah. I mean, now if he hits it and it's his own pitch mark and that was his, he gets relief, right? But he hit it in somebody else's, and it's like, wow, that's amazing. That is amazing.
But it was unwatchable. It's a major. I mean, and now is it? Does anybody care about the PGA Championship? I don't.
Yeah, they do. Well, you're not everybody.
I don't anymore. I love Quail Hollow. I love the PGA Championship. I love all the majors except for that one that's overseas that should never be a major. And now my whole taste in my mouth is soured because of that one tournament.
Yeah, we were going back and forth like it was unwatchable. I mean, he as a proud PGA member, and I kept telling you, I was like, man, this is tough. This is tough to watch. I mean, it was not really any storylines. A little bit that none of Rory wasn't in contention. No. How many big names missed the cut?
All of them.
That was
except for Scottie.
Yeah, well, Rory didn't miss the cut. I mean, for the most part, and it was just a bad card. It was a card that happens very rarely for us. That we didn't cash a ticket. We did go 1-0-1 on matchups, but we didn't cash a ticket. So it was hard. I mean, there's no other way to say it. I would curious to see what the ratings are for it, but it was hard. It was a hard watch. Even I talked to my mom. Even Nancy was like, "Nah, I'm gonna watch Laramie. I ain't gonna watch." In the afternoon, she's gonna watch a black and white Western over PGA Championship, which she likes to watch. They both like to watch golf, and she was like, "Nah." I was like, hey, "Man, it's just unwatchable."
And I watched the first round, and of course that's where right after all the weather and when guys were having issues, and after the first round, you had some no names at the top. I don't want to say no names; that's the wrong word, but you didn't have any front runners at the top, right? And then so I'm like, okay, well it's a major, and if any major is going to produce a surprise winner, it's usually the PGA Championship. So. So I like, I'm going to give this thing Friday, and it got worse. On Friday. It was ridiculous. And here's your list of guys that missed the cut. All right, on Friday. Jordan Spieth, Shane Lowry, and my name is Sepp Straka, along with Akshay Bhatia. We're all at 2 over. The cut line was 1 over. Matsuyama 3 over. Ludwig Oberg and JT were at 3 over. Minwoo Lee, Ricky Fowler, Patrick Reed, my winning pick, Patrick Reed, all 4 over. Sung J M 5 over. Your favorite golfer, Patrick Cantlay, along with Jason Day and Will Zalatoris at 6 over. Cam Smith, 7 over. And look, I think there's some conspiracy here because you had Phil Mickelson and Brooks Koepka both at 9 over. I think Mickelson was copying off Brooks Koepka's scorecard because they had the same exact 9 over. Russell Henley and Dustin Johnson. Russell Henley was 10 over, and Johnson was Dustin Johnson was 12 over.
No surprise there. He is what they didn't ever want happen for Liv. Like he's mailed it in. I mean, the guy hasn't made a cut. He hasn't made a cut in a major since the last time. So it's like, and Koepka is a disappointment. They're the same. I mean, they might share one brain, those two. I mean, NASA's certainly not going to call them for a job. That's not happening. And
by the way, my love affair with Brooks Koepka, my man crush, is gone. I can't stand that MFer. I mean, and you know me, dude, I used to toot his horn. I used to talk about this guy all the time. I hated that he went to Live because I never get to watch him. But dude, now I don't even care. I am so freaking done with him.
Yeah,
as much as I'm done with Phil.
He was a guy that I was just starting to warm up on, and then he went to Live, and then going to Live, winning a PGA, and then just like doing nothing. And it's. But how great, the weird part is how great would it have been if all those guys made the cut?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how it's predicated. I mean, you got to have your superstars in the game of golf in that mix, name on the leaderboard, watching them. I mean, no disrespect to anybody out there. They're all really good players. They really are. But I don't need to see Andrew Novak and Joe Highsmith,
Lucas Glover.
on the top of, no, Lucas is fine. On the top of that leaderboard, when I would rather see two geniuses in Johnson and Koepka. I mean, it just, even Phil, as much as I don't like Phil, when he's in the mix, it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. It just is. It's fun to watch. I just, because you love to hate him, and I was like, boy, I can't wait to see what it's like, a car wreck, right?
Yeah.
It's terrible, but you just can't turn your head and rubberneck to see what it is. You got to see. That's what Phil is.
Those guys are like the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. You either love the Dallas Cowboys or you hate the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, there's not a middle.
And people that hate the Dallas Cowboys still watch the Dallas Cowboys to watch them lose. Like, people will tell you, my favorite team is, okay, you live in Kansas City. My favorite team is the Kansas City Chiefs and whoever's playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And that's how some of these guys are. And I'll watch Phil to watch him lose. I love watching Phil lose. I love watching Phil miss cuts. I think that is the best thing for golf, when Phil can miss a cut. And I went off about Scottie too, and his win, and again, I don't care that he won. There was nothing exciting. There was the only drama, kind of like it freaking Byron Nelson. The only drama was it the Nelson? Where did he win?
Byron Nelson.
Yeah, the Nelson. Cup. Yeah, CJ Cup. The only drama we had, kind of like at the CJ Cup, Byron Nelson, was how much was he going to win by? And he ended up winning by 5 strokes. And, going down the stretch, it's just not fun to watch. There's zero drama. I had IndyCar practice, and I had freaking hockey in Stanley Cup playoffs to watch over the weekend. And I found golf, this freaking tournament, being the last thing on my mind. And I hate that. In retrospect, I absolutely hate that, because it's a freaking major.
Yeah, no, the thing about Scottie, and I was half-ass joking with you and saying, man, I'm getting tired of him, man, messing up my money.
I know.
But I've never seen a guy. He doesn't crumble. When he has the lead, he's one of the best front runners I've ever seen. Yeah. When he has the lead, he's like Tiger. He stretches. I'm not comparing him to Tiger. We talked about this on the JPP show earlier. Don't compare him to Tiger or Jack. Give it some time.
Right.
The run is great. He's 3 majors. It's not 14. It's not 18. He's got 20 years to play. These guys aren't playing I just don't think guys like Scottie are going to be playing when they're 50 and 55, things like that. Right. It's just dumb. I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't fold. Just doesn't fold.
Nope, you're absolutely correct. Let's get off of last week's tournament and let's get into the 2025 Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. But first, we got to take a break, pay some bills, and get to hear from our great sponsors, Turf Life, Tom's Town, Orion Golf, and, of course, Golf Central Magazine. The new issue is out for Golf Central Magazine. Head over to golfcentralmag.com. Put your email address in, and they will send you a free digital copy of their magazine every single month. You'll have the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Grip It and Rip It, or Grip It and Sip It. Sorry, Grip It and Sip It. They do cocktail reviews and things like that. It's travel, philanthropy, lifestyle, and golf, all at golfcentralmag.com. We are From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports, and we'll be back after this. Today's show is brought to you by Tom's Town, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka. Named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tom's Town, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi golfers, IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things? To showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That is PGA of America member Mr. John Gerber as we get into the 2025 Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial as Scottie Scheffler seeks to win his third straight PGA Tour tournament. And, of course, today's episode brought to you by Turf Life, turflifeclub.com. Celebrating all things turf, the people that work on turf, the people that enjoy leisurely activities on turf, anything on turf. You can celebrate at turflifeclub.com. Go over there to the website, get yourself one of the great window stickers or one of the other items over there, and help celebrate the turf life. We're there all the time. Hopefully we will see you at turflifeclub.com. So, Johnny, we are in Fort Worth, and it is Colonial. It is going to be Scottie Scheffler.
Scottie Scheffler.
There we go. There it is. In Fort Worth at Colonial Country Club. It's a tournament that's been around for a very, very long time. It's a very historic tournament. Yet I almost kind of feel like, much like the CJ Cup Byron Nelson, it's not a priority for a lot of these players unless it's the local guys. And it just so happens the local guys here from Dallas and from Texas are some of the bigger names, with Jordan Spieth and Scottie Scheffler. But we talked little bit about in the CJ Cup preview that I fear the Byron Nelson is going by the wayside and it might not be around much longer. Do you get the same impression with the Colonial, or is it still carrying just a little more clout?
Yeah, it carries a little bit more weight than the CJ Cup. I mean, it's hard to call it the Byron Nelson anymore because he's not around, and it's kind of lost its luster. You're 100% right, but that also has to do with the golf course. They're moving the golf course around. Colonial itself, Colonial Country Club, is historic. I mean, you look at some of the great past champions that's had there. You look at the golf course. They redid the golf course last year, so this is kind of their second time these guys are seeing the golf course. So, yeah, I certainly think it holds. I don't think it's quite to that tier. I mean, I kind of look at the majors, and then you look at kind of tier. I think you look at the majors, the 4 majors, and then you look at the Players Championship, however you want to categorize that. Do you think it's the 5th major? People can say yes. And then you get kind of tier 2 of, Memorial, the API. I don't think Colonial fits that category, but I think it's just a little step below that. You kind of look at some of those other events. I think you'll go to add Riviera there, Genesis kind of in that category with Murfield and the API Arnold Palmer Invitational. Right. And then you kind of got Colonial, some of those that's been around for so long, Colonial. Mm-hmm. What else would you put in that category? I think it's probably better than maybe the Canadian Open, just because it's a national championship that you would put there. But certainly the draw for those guys is the golf course. The golf course is the star in the CJ Cup. Byron Nelson doesn't have that.
Yeah, you don't have that.
You don't have that. Even when they had it at 4 seasons, you still didn't have that.
No.
So I always revered as Colonial just a step above the Byron Nelson, even though when it was still the Byron Nelson. And then you kind of got your next tier, and then you got the Players, and you got your major. So golf course, certainly the star. I know the guys love it. The redo, there was mixed feelings last year. The redo, who did the? I know who did the redo. I can't really think. I forgot who did the redo. But Gil Hanse did the redo.
Yeah,
he did the redo, and I think most of the guys like it. So let's see how it's settled in. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like. I didn't get a chance to go there when I was living in Fort Worth over the past 6 or 7 months. So we'll see. We'll see how the grass is settled. I knew there was a lot of bare spots last year after the bad winter that we got there in Texas. So I don't think the winter was nearly as bad this year. So let's see what the golf course kind of plays out, and we'll go from there.
So we've got just 3 tournaments that separate the competitors from the U.S. Open as we embark there at Colonial Country Club this week. A full field, a cut at the 36-hole mark. We're going to have a lot of not just Dallas-Fort Worth natives that call North Texas home, including Scottie Scheffler, who just raised the Wanamaker Trophy. Again, looking for his 3rd straight tournament win. And the 2nd, of course, in his backyard after he won the CJ Cup out here in McKinney. He virtually ran away from the field at the Cup. At the CJ Cup, we've talked about it. Boring golf. And I hate that every time Scottie Scheffler wins, I call it a boring tournament, but it is. I can't help it. He's a boring guy. I'm sure he's nice. He's a sweetheart, I'm sure. But he's got no emotions. He's got no personality on the golf course. And it's just, for me, it's difficult to watch. With his PGA championship, though, he joins Tiger Woods as the only player since 1985 to win consecutive starts by 5 strokes or more. And now he's looking to continue that at a venue where he's done just about everything but win, with finishes of T2, T3, and Solo 2 in his last 3 appearances. We will all be watching him, or depending on who you're following, who your favorite UT Texan is, Jordan Spieth, who hopes to rebound following his early exit last week. But Spieth has been pretty good at Colonial throughout his career. He's got 9 top 15 finishes in 12 appearances, including his victory in 2016. He's fallen off kind of in recent years. He had a missed cut and a finish of T37 last season, but he appears like he's getting back on track, back to tournament play, his game's back to tournament form. So both Scottie Scheffler and Jordan Spieth will headline the field. We'll also get to see some Harris English, and it's always a good tournament when you get to see some Harris English.
You like Harris. What's your man crush on Harris English? I mean, he's kind of dumpy.
So my love for Harris English and watching him play golf is much the same as it is with Shane Lowry. Number one, the body type, right? Because I can relate. I get it. I just think they're like normal guys, man. They're just like, and I know they're probably not, but they have that look to, just like Harry Higgs too. Kind of
Miss Doubtfire.
Yeah,
Miss Doubtfire is all you
have that normal everyday look to them. You know, they're not in the best physical shape. They're kind of like a guy that if you wanted to go play in the middle of the week and you walked on somewhere, you'd probably be paired with a guy like that, right? So I mean,
he's a guy you certainly can see sitting on the back of a truck eating a bologna sandwich. I mean,
most
that's
definitely.
that. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of that kind of deal. Harris, listen, let's not put Harris English in the category as Shane Lowry and Miss Doubtfire. I mean, that's a little rough. That's a little rough on old Harris English. He's in a little bit better shape than that. But let's not, that's a firm comparison. If you go and now you could go, Lowry and Miss Doubtfire for sure.
There you go.
Harry Higgs. He's actually from this area over here in Kansas City, this Overland Park, Blue Springs area. Everybody that I met, they love the guy. I mean, he's their guy. But I can understand why Harry Higgs got that way, because all this daggone good bar food that they got around here, man, and these cool sports bars between the good pizza and the wings. I mean, you could get like him. I got to hit that gym twice as hard during the week, because I'm hitting those spots. I'm not going. I gotta watch those wings at the Peanut and the wings at the Peanut and the pizza at Johnny's Tavern. Man, you can get out of shape real fast here in Kansas City.
Yep, hit that gym, man. But that's why I like those guys. I like the normal kind of, you call them everyday guys, that are out there that just you can kind of relate to. You kind of relate to their swings a little bit. Siwoo Kim, JT Poston, defending champion, Davis Riley, all of these guys, along with winners from this year, Hideki Matsuyama, Brian Harmon, Ben Griffin, and Andrew Novak all round out the action. It is the 2025 Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. They're in Fort Worth. At the par 70, it's a little more stable than the 71, but not as stable as the 72. And it's in my backyard, so I'll kind of let it slide. That's going to play 7,289 yards with a $9.5 million purse. Johnny, your favorites this week? Of course, that dude that we just talked about,
Scottie Scheffler,
is your favorite at 5-2, but following closely behind his UT friend, as those T-sips got to stick together. Jordan Spieth at 22-1. Like I said earlier, he's had a busy stretch here in the PGA Tour season. This will be his fourth straight start, with even more coming on the horizon. It's a run that started with fervor with a T4 finish at the CJ Cup, but has been brought to a halt with a T34 at the Truist Championship, a missed cut of the PGA. He's been just slightly off, I think, in the last 2 to 3 weeks, but, once he's Jordan Spieth, once he gets comfortable with something on a course, those issues will have their own way of sort of falling by the wayside. Tommy Fleetwood and Daniel Berger at 25-1. For Tommy Fleetwood, a third-round 76 was his undoing at the PGA Championship, but he continues to excel from tee to green, which could come in handy this week. I think he ranked second in that category, behind only Scottie Scheffler over the last 3 months, meaning the putter will tell the tale for him this week. Hideki Matsuyama at 28-1. He entered the PGA Championship with the longest active streak of cuts made in major championships and left with the shortest, 0. Maverick McNeely might be a name we hear coming up on the other side of the break at 33-1, along with Aaron Rai, Mr. Two Glove with the hottest wife on the PGA Tour, Aaron Rai.
Taco Meat. It's his new name, Taco Meat.
Taco Meat. My buddy, Harris English at 40-1. He looks more and more like a U.S. Ryder Cup team member every single week he plays. He finished runner-up at the PGA Championship thanks to a final round 65 in the early hours of Sunday, but that performance has not been a one-off. A winner at Torrey Pines already this season. He's added 5 other top 25s, including a pair of top 12s in the 2 major championships. The reports out of Sea Island, if they're true, he is flushing the golf ball at the moment. That's what we're hearing. So good things, hopefully, for Harris.
Does.
That's true. He does. Siwoo Kim also at 40-1. His record out at Colonial is like the same as mine. It's abysmal. All right. Which makes no sense given his statistical fit for the property out there. He has yet to finish inside the top 20 in 8 starts at this tournament. But if there's a time to break that streak, it's going to be this week. He's got 4 top 20 finishes in his last 5 starts, including a T8 at the PGA Championship where he gained strokes throughout the bag. Rounding out your odds, JT Poston 45-1, Robert McIntyre 45-1, and those are your betting
Mack.
odds. Bobby Mack, you might hear his name coming up.
We'll put him in that. We'll put him in your desired foursome. He's not Lifetime Fitness himself, old Bobby Mack. So
I love Bobby Mack.
You could do Lowry, Bobby Mack. Maybe it's all that damn haggis they eat over in Scotland or something.
Whatever that is.
That's terrible.
Do we even know what that is?
You would think that the food is so bad over there. You'd think everybody would be skinny.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. That's why I have no desire to go to Europe. We have good food here.
No, Europe is different. You can't say Europe in Great Britain.
Right, great. I don't want to go. I mean, I'd go to Northern Ireland.
That's just like
some of that food.
It's like saying Dallas and Laredo, Texas is the same. It's not. It's completely different.
It kind of is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I have no desire to go overseas to like Great Britain or to England and eat their food. I would, however, go to Northern Ireland and eat their food because I have one of the crushes on one of the hottest TV chef chicks that owns a cooking school over in Northern Ireland, and I watch her little pissant YouTube show every week. Because
who's that?
Oh, what's her? I can't remember her name off the top of my head. It's also on that Taste channel. If you get that on your TV package, like I do on YouTube TV, it's a Taste
Beat Bobby
Network.
Flay?
No, that's on food. That's on the regular big food channel.
I like that show. Beat Bobby Flay.
But she's got the Irish accent, and I hate accents in chicks unless it's French.
She got red hair
or Irish. No, she's got dark hair, and she's like 50, dude. She's old, man. She's like 50.
You'd have been proud of me the other day. I actually had a really nice conversation, and I was attracted to a red-haired girl. Yes, the other day.
No, you're not allowed. That's mine. Remember, we were never going to cross swords. I surprised myself. I did. I said, "There's no way." Now she had to be real special if I was talking to her and no pigment in her skin and red hair. And was it the white skin, red hair girl?
No, it wasn't bad. She had a little auburn skin, didn't have any freckles, but she did have red hair.
I love the freckles, man.
Yeah, I know you do. Connect the dots.
Oh man, we need more. We need more Love Line with Tim coming up here with red hair and freckles.
Oh boy, no, Pat, please no.
Oh, for the love of God, Johnny.
Please no. Time for a break.
We probably should take a break. We are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports. I am IndyCar Tim. That is Johnny the Gerb Man, Gerbinator, Gerber. I like that nickname.
I don't. It's terrible. Don't ever do that again.
Works well for you. We are brought to you by Orion Golf at oriongolf.com. They are the masters of golf management, golf facilities management. If you need help with your merchandising, if you need help with your course management, if you need help with your F&B, they can F and tell you. How you like that? That little trick I did there with the F&B. I did that on the fly on Monday, and I was like, oh man, I got to remember that because that worked out really, really well.
Pretty good.
Head over to oriongolf.com and sign up with their service, or call them, contact them, see how they can help you with your golf facility. We are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports. Back after this.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man, Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm Tim. That's Johnny, brought to you by Tom's Town Distillery, the premier Kansas City distillery where history and craftsmanship unite to create exceptional spirits. Step into a world of artfully crafted libations meticulously distilled in the heart of Kansas City. They have award-winning vodka, award-winning gin, meticulously aged bourbons and whiskeys. Every sip tells you a story of their commitment to quality and innovation. Join them on a journey through time and taste as you experience the flavors and character of their Kansas City distillery. Kansas City distillery.
It is silly.
Cheers to the past, present, and future, raised in the spirit of Tom's Town. Well, Johnny, it's that particular time of the show that people and you get to laugh at me while others get to praise you.
Not just the show.
That's true. But everybody gets to laugh at me. That's fine. They can do whatever they want. It's time for our winning picks, my dartboard picks. Johnny's actually winning picks, as we posted those on social media for you earlier today. So you got a head start on them. Well, it's time for the full preview with Johnny's winning picks. But before we do that, as we often do, we have to have Johnny make fun of my dartboard picks. My winner, my top 10, my top 20. My top 20 at plus 550 this week with his bucket hat in tow, Mr. Joel Damon. I love Joel Damon's another one I really, really like to watch. I just love the bucket hat, man. More guys need to wear bucket hats on the course.
Well, I don't agree there. I mean, the bucket hat's terrible, but
I love it.
But I do like the picks this week. We don't have any crossovers, which is great. That's it. You got Bobby Mack. He's first out the limo.
Keith Mitchell plus 475, my top 10. Yep.
Yeah.
Robert McIntyre, 40-1, my winner.
And Dumpy Damon. Dumpy Damon.
I love Joel Damon. I like watching him play golf.
Yeah, I do too. It's boring, but.
So any comments on my three guys here? What's the worst out of the three? No.
Bobby Mack winning probably. I mean, Keith Mitchell's not winning, but he's always in that top 10. Yeah. You might as well go ahead and put a bet on he's going to be first round leader, and then he'll be struggling to make the cut after round 2, and then moving day he just doesn't move. He's stuck in the mud, so that's his MO. But the guy's too talented not to win. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, he's just way too talented not to win. That's he's cool to finish T12 every week and make $500,000.
And he's okay with that.
Apparently he is, because that's what he does.
So then, without further ado, let's get into Johnny's winning picks for this week at Colonial.
As we said, we haven't had the greatest last couple of weeks. Last week, first time all year we haven't at least cashed one ticket.
Yep.
But that being said, we did go 1-0-1 in our matchups to get us to 32-8-4 for the year on our matchups. So really still strong on our matchup record. But even though we've had a bad couple weeks, we're plus $1,360 for the year. That's not a lot. Listen, this is hard, guys. This is very hard. And you go through stretches like we did the last couple weeks. That's why it's so important to follow the system every single week, no matter if it's $1, $5, $10, it doesn't matter. We are going to have runs this week. Stay consistent, play every week. But listen, I like this week. Knowing the golf course extremely well, you being out there might give us some luck. I mean, it might be. I mean, you'll be so busy signing autographs and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll be able to pay attention a little bit to the golf and I won't be out there this week. I'll be in Kansas City and then traveling to Columbus, but give me some insight. But listen, love Maverick McNeely this week at 28-1. This is a golf course. It's a plotter's golf course. It's not a guys that overpower this place. So if you look at the past winners like the Zach Johnsons and things like that, you don't have to be the longest on the PGA Tour. You just have to be very precise. It's going to play firm like it always does. I don't think the wind's going to blow. I think the weather's going to be, it's not going to be 150 like it normally is this time of year down there. So it's going to be quite pleasant. So Maverick McNeely coming from California, I like him at 28-1. But if you look at all these other guys that are on our card, with the exception of Taco Meat, everybody is from the South. He's used to playing on Bermuda. I mean, it's a new strain of Bermuda. It's not the old school Bermuda, but all these guys are from that kind of area that they're used to playing Bermuda. Harris English, JT Poston at 30-1 fits that mold. Harris English playing well. JT Poston playing well after last week. Good performances at the PGA Championship. Like him in these spots. Getting 30-1 on your money is really good, especially as good as ball strikers as Harris English and JT Poston are. Love these guys in that spot. Ham sandwich pick this week. It's not the big beefy subs that you can get at Jersey Mike's, but it is 48-1. Ben Griffin.
And I do love Jersey Mike's.
I know they sub above. They have sub above.
Oh, it's so great.
The new sponsor. Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's. And then the juice. Got to have the juice.
Yeah, got to add the juice. All of it.
Got to have the juice. And speaking of juice, 48-1. Great value with Ben Griffin. Coming off his first victory, even though it was a team victory. Get some momentum. He's the guy that fits the mold perfect for here. Doesn't hit a lot of foul balls. Solid putter. It all depends on how he's going to put on these greens, but I like him in that ham sandwich spot at 48-1. Two top 20 picks this week. Daniel Berger at plus 250 and Jordan Spieth at plus 275. Again, I don't know where they got Jordan Spieth 22-1, one of the favorites, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, I do like the way he is trending. That's why we didn't put him in that winner's circle. But hey, at plus 275, the way he can kind of sleepwalk around this place, he knows this place better than anybody else that's not a member at the place. So 275 for him. And Daniel Berger at plus 250, the way he's been trending, I like how he's played. I don't think he's missed a cut since he's got off his major medical. Right. So, I just think it's freed him up. He's probably going to win sometime this year. I'm not sure it's here, but I like the way he kind of moves his way. He's got a really good track record here at plus 250. I got to see a little bit more out of him before we pick him as winner, but at 250 to finish in the top 10, I like him a lot. Two top 20s picks this week. Taco Meat, Aaron Rye at plus 210. And Lucas Glover at plus 260. I think this is a kind of a trend that not a trend, but I think Lucas needs to continue to play well to eye that Ryder Cup spot. Probably got about 5 or 6 more tournaments to earn those points to get there. I think this is a good week for him. Playing next week also at Murfield, where he's played well there in the past. Canadian Open, he's probably going to skip, and then U.S. Open if he gets in. I don't think he's exempt, but that being said, I like the way he's trending. And Aaron Rye at plus 210, another guy that fits the mold like a Ben Griffin. Very steady, not going to make a lot of mistakes, doesn't hit a lot of foul balls. And if he can keep away from the heat melting off at the Taco Meat he's got on his arms and wearing those 2 gloves, I think he's going to have some success here to finish in that top 20 spot at plus 210. So that's who we got this week. Bounce back week for us guys still. We're 32-8-4 on our matchups, plus 1360 for the year. I like this card. It's going to be at Murfield, covering Murfield next week. So I like we always do well on the card up at Murfield Village, knowing the golf course so well. So looking forward to these next couple weeks to catch up and get back on our stride.
There you go. There is your money makers from Johnny this week for the 2025 Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. That's a mouthful, man. That's what she said. It's just not to me. Y'all make sure you check in Saturday morning for the matchups from Johnny for the third round. We will have those out first thing Saturday morning across our social media at IndyCarTim, at J Gerber PGA Pro, over on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, X. Everywhere you find us, look for our matchups. We'll put those out as early as possible to give you time on Saturday to go wherever you go to place your bets, because we still don't have a sponsor for that, by the way. Sponsors, if you'd like us to tout your betting platform, as long as it's legal in Texas, I guess we have to go through that, then we would love to tout it for just a nominal fee of $1 million a year. That would be great. We would love to do that for you.
That's cheap.
For all the viewers we get for the number 22 nationally rated PGA Tour and golf betting podcast, right? That's what it was, right? For golf betting and stuff.
Golf podcasts and golf betting podcasts. Double deuces, 2-2. Chuck Woolery, 2 and 2.
Like Emmitt Smith, deuce.
Yeah.
The Dallas Cowboys Emmitt Smith, not the Arizona Cardinals Emmitt Smith. We don't like him.
Okay.
But yeah, check in that on Saturday morning, and then Sunday morning potentially for some Sunday matchups. If we have those for you, they will be out around the same time, early Sunday morning for you across our social medias. Other than that, we will talk to you on Monday for the recap of the 2025 Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. Might be me and Johnny. I don't know. We never find out until right there. But one of us or both of us will be there for you. Appreciate everybody tuning in for this one. I'm Tim, that's Johnny. And until next week, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.